Hello and welcome back. So the other week I decided to do a tool review on brand new tools. And then you start to think to yourself, well, brand new tools are going to sound good. And don't get us wrong, they are good. But then you stop and think to yourself, well, why don't you do a tool review on stuff that you've had for years? So that's what I'll do. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here, because none of these tools have been sponsored. I've never got them for free. If they're shit, I'm going to tell you they're shit. And didn't bother to waste your money. If they're half decent, I'll tell you they're half decent. If I think they're alright, I'll tell you they're alright. But you know my thoughts on US Pro. There's not really any of their tools or any of their products that I can knock, right? And as I've said from day one, I'm not a full-time spanner monkey. Never have been. Well, I used to be, sorry. But the job that I'm in now, I'm not a full-time. I'm not a full-time mechanic. I just muck about, and that's why obviously everything's still in decent gun condition and everything else. But we'll start. So what we're going to start with is these ratchets that I bought probably about 5 years ago. US Pro stubbies. I haven't used them a great deal. I have used them on jobs that you struggle to get it, mainly the 3/4 drive one. Like I said, it's a nice feel to it. It fits in your hand. It still sounds nice. Like I said, I can't fault this. Obviously, you can't put a great deal of power through these. I mean, literally, like I say, I mean that doesn't even fit in my hand properly. And even the 1/2-inch drive one, when you get the 1/2-inch drive one, that doesn't really fit your hand properly. You know, but they're half decent. They really are. For the money that you pay for them, they're a decent stubby ratchet. Would I buy them again? If these broke? Definitely. 100%. The only thing I would do is, when I bought these only came in the red foam. They now do them in the blue foam. And I know it's being anal, but I don't know. I just think they look better in the blue foam. So the second thing I'm going to do is, and I showed you these the other week, is these US Pro screwdrivers. Right. I've got one missing. I know where it is. It's in the van. But if you take a look, right, you'll see. I mean, that one's covered in silicone, where Tiger Seal. The Tiger Seal was stuck in the end of the tube and I couldn't get it out. You know, that one is actually bent. That's not a fault of the screwdriver, right? I deliberately bent that, and I'll tell you the reason why. I couldn't get a pipe off something. So what I did was I put it in the end of the vise and I bent it. Sorry if you can hear the noise, it's absolutely chucking it down outside. So I put that in the vise and I deliberately bent that. And to be honest with you, I've never bothered straightening it. It still does what I needed to do, you know. But, I mean, as you can see, I mean, they're well worn. Absolutely well worn. I mean, these have been bashed all over. And do you know what it is? I'm going to show you something now, and please don't think I'm sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Slating them, right? But I'm going to show you some screwdrivers that my wife bought us a couple of years ago, right? And if I cover the name on them, right? These screwdrivers have hardly been used, but if you take a good look, right, there's actually surface rust on them, all over the screwdrivers. And like I say, you wouldn't think for that, and for what you pay for them. And do you know what it is? You know the feel on them? They just feel like plastic, you know. So they literally, they sit in there. They show. That's it. You know, there's as you can see, I mean, they have been used once or twice, but as far as screwdrivers go, these US Pro ones are my go-to screwdrivers every single time. I really can't fault them. I can't. And do you know what it is? As well as the screwdrivers, if I shut that drawer again, wrong jaw. I've got the Torx. Now, the Torx, they've got a nice feel to them. They've got a nice rubber grip on them. As you can see, they've been used as well. And I don't know, there's something about them. It's like I say, I mean, I'm not going to slate other tool companies. You know, I mean, everybody does what they do. In fact, I'm saying I'm not going to slate other tool companies. I'll show you something in a minute, and I'm not going to slate them, but I'll tell you, didn't bother to buy them. So the last thing I'm sort of going to review before I do this, like I said, this is just a quick video. Purely and simply, like I say, I did the review on those tools the other week, but I've never used them. So everything is going to be nice, everything's going to be clean. These tools, yeah, they're probably 5-6 years old. And 5-6 years old, if they're still like that and are still being used every day, what more do you want? So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to grab some of these, right? You can see how warm these are, right? So you can't not say that these aren't used. These are constantly used. I mean, just look at the state of these. Are absolutely rotten, right? The cutters are still sharp, you know. The only thing I've had a problem with is the pliers, right? And it was probably my fault. They got covered in brake cleaner, and the handle started to disintegrate. So I've had to wrap some insulating tape around them. But for a pair of pliers that's more than 6 years old, and like I say, as you can see, if you come back in, everything is well used, everything is covered, you know. So as far as the pliers go and the cutters, 100% buy them and you won't go wrong. So that's 3 tools that I've sort of done a review on after 6 years. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell you, you know, would I buy them all again? 100%. Absolutely 100%. Now, the only thing I'm going to show you now, which I am going to say don't waste your money in, is I bought these and mole grips. They're not US Pro. They're a different company. Company begins with a B, ends in an N, and that's all I'm going to say. Don't waste your money. They're shit. They're absolutely shite. I can't really say that. I mean, honestly, they're shite. You know, especially these ones. You put them on a bolt and a twist. In fact, you can see, if you have a look, you can see how badly they're deformed. So, Christmas is coming. So I will probably invest in some new ones, because US Pro do have some nice new ones out. As well as that, I mentioned this the other week about US Pro and their new toolboxes and everything. And they've brought out the 72 with a hutch. They've brought out the 44 with a hutch. Now I've actually spoke to US Pro about something. It's in the pipeline. It's not free, I'm paying for it. So keep looking, keep watching. Quick video, like I say, it's nearly Christmas. I don't think I'm going to get to make another one before Christmas. If I don't, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Come the start of next year, I am probably going to be changing. You can only do so many tool reviews and so many toolbox reviews and everything, so I probably will start knocking videos out, but there might be something a little bit different. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Leave a comment. Hope everybody has a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And I'll speak to everybody again 2026. Cheers. Bye.